Hi, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Samantha. This is the Budget Mum UK. We do all things to do with budgeting and finance, everything else that just basically means we live an amazing life without having to do it, without stressing, without having to wonder where the next bit of cash is going to come from. This video is going to be my September budget, and it's going to be different because I've just come back from a holiday. Just-ish. I took a spontaneous last minute holiday with the kids and I didn't tell you about it. Why not? Because I didn't want anyone breaking into my house. I did message a couple of people while I was away and then you was away, so thank you to those for not breaking into my house. Not that you would, really, but you know, I'm always like, I don't get how all these Instagrammers and these influencers put on, yes, I'm away, I'm on holiday, and I'm like, so your house is empty? Yeah, so it was a bit of a random last minute thing. We had a great time. We just sort of decided to grab the sun while we could. It's been a while since we've been away. I raided my savings pot. Now, it's not one that I've been accountable for on here. At the start of the year, I told you I was going to be saving 10 grand, which has been going great. In fact, I did a sneaky count up halfway through the year and I was like, well, that's nice, thank you very much. I feel like I should be using some of this. I also had that little bit of a quiz win of money. It's like 1,300 quid on there. Basically, we just went away, got a last minute deal and had some fun. So yeah, so this budget is going to sort of use quite a bit more this month because it's going to be different because A, the kids are back at school. B, we're looking at my, I'll grab it, the ultimate budget. I'm going to be putting it all in here for you to look through. Thank you as always for everyone who's bought this, by the way. It's been fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to be setting up in here and we're going to go from there. Now it's different in that I've got 2 weeks worth of money that I cashed up but didn't spend, as in I wasn't at home. I used the money that, this is going to make sense, I used the money that was in my savings pot, pulled some of that out of there, didn't need to touch what was in my binders. So I have thought over this a couple of times. I thought, well, I could give myself an extra bit of boost this month, or should I shove it into some of my savings challenges? And to be honest, I still haven't decided. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plan. I'm going to see how much I've actually got left over, because my 10k challenge is coming on really nicely, obviously. Maybe not so much now, I've spent a chunk of it, but yeah, I could effectively put some of that back. We'll decide. I'm going to plan this out now. I'm going to have a look what I've got for September, talk you through it. We'll figure it out together. You know me, I always like make ideas as I'm going. It helps to talk to people, and yeah, it'll make sense. Once I'm going, I'll make a decision. I'll know what I'm doing. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Let's see the money for September, see what's happening. Come on in. Right, so let's get stuck in. This, put it to one side, is where I'm up to. So I'm not going to fill all this in today, just because I'm just catching up on everything else, but I will do another little video where I'll catch up on that. So we are at, yeah, we're in September, so let's crack on with this. In September, I've decided, I saw, I think it was a TikTok, possibly, or reel on Facebook, one of those, where they came up with this really good idea, which was basically to be mindful of no spend days. So rather than going, right, I've done this week, oh, and I happen to have a no spend day, plan in the no spend days before they even happen, so you know they're happening, definitely. So you make a conscious effort. So I think they had like no spend days, and they had, what do we call them, low buy days or something like that. I'll double check what it was, but I'm going to actively put in no spend days, so I know I'm definitely not spending any money on those days. And I think it's quite manageable for me because of work and everything else, and I know how normally I could get away with like not doing any spend days, or how I'd normally, you know, I know which days I tend to be more likely to spend on than others, if that makes sense. So for example, Fridays and Mondays now, I have Alexander and we'll go out for the day, or we'll go to the park, whatever it is.
I'm more likely to spend on those days when I've got him, where I'm going out and about, than on days where I'm working in the office or I'm working, you know, at home or whatever it is. So on those days, I'm going to try and make those no spend days. It might change if it was a holiday or something like that, but it's not likely to at the moment. So I'm going to pop those in for my Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday to be no spend days. So that's a guaranteed, like sort of between 10 and 15 no spend days, depending on your month. So I'm going to jot down my month as it is. I'm going to put those no spend downs that I'm definitely having. I've put down other things that I know I've got coming up this month as well. So, and I'll complete this goal of the month of no spend days. I'm going to base it on how many I've got, then add in like the other things as well. So I've just gone ahead quickly and filled in all the bits here that I know already going on. So I'm going to go now and fill in all Wednesdays and all my Thursdays are definitely going to be no spend planned. Now, you know what, I know things come up, but if I've got them written down in front of me, I'm sort of going to visualize them. I'm going to have more chance of it sort of coming to fruition, and just knowing that it's more intentional really. Then I can think to myself, right, well, I can't actually buy anything on these days, I can wait another day or two if I desperately need something. Plus, if it's like, you know, I used to do this all the time, when if I go shopping and I'd look and think, I really want that, and then if I do still want that by the end of the day, end of the week, whatever it is, then I really do want it, rather than it being a sort of a whimsical purchase. Now, I can probably get away with definitely those. That's 2, 4, 6, 10 there. And then some of these that I haven't got, like, I know I've got to pay, it's NHS, I've got to have some work done, but it's only NHS prices. So hopefully, I don't know how much it's going to cost at the moment, but I've got emergency money for that. So I've got no spend on the other 2 days, just in case, because I've nothing planned for them. That gives me 12 no spend days, intentional no spend days. So I'm going to give myself a goal of 15 is too easy. Let's do 18, somewhere in the middle. I'm going to do 15 and 20. I can't decide. 18. Oh, no spend days. So that's that. So that's that bit done. Right. Then I've got side hustles that come in. So this is for every month. I've got these here, and my bill tracker. And again, I'll just quickly fill this in off screen so you're not getting distracted and bored. Let's go for that. Right, so I quickly filled this in. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit and just talk to you over some changes that we've got. Nothing major, but this has come down, nursery and children's clubs. Alexander's dropped today at nursery, and I've also cancelled his football club because I got really annoyed with him mostly. They tried to upgrade to a different system. They was trying to plug it as, but what actually happened was, if you signed up to the other system, it increased each month. Like it wasn't a lot, it wasn't a huge amount that it was going up by, but it was I don't like deception. When people are trying to deceive you out of money, even when it's pennies or pounds, I don't care. Don't tell me you're doing one thing, but you're trying to hide something else. So I purposely didn't sign up for it. To be honest, most weekends it's like, it's a bit like hard going to pull them into. Plus, at nursery now on a Tuesday, they started to bring in the local football team to give them sessions in football anyway. So I'm like, why am I paying for them to do it twice? Let the nursery do it. So yeah, so we're saving some money there. I might have a look at tennis, because that's a local club that I thought might be quite good and quite good for dexterity, and it wasn't too expensive either. But not right now. We'll give it a minute. We'll see how we go on. So yeah, so that's 2 sort of reductions. It's not a huge increase. It's probably around about £50 a month. That's I've got extra in there. So just to remind myself of the month coming up, so I know where to put my money, I've got a couple of events out. It's Mum's birthday. She's paying for the evening meal. It's only like a little loaf of spoons. And then I've got theatre tickets, and we're doing like a surprise meal for her in the evening. So she thinks my brothers aren't coming, but they actually are. So it'll be quite nice, just Mum and Dad and me and my 2 brothers. And then I've got a surprise 30th in the evening there. I don't think I really need a significant present for that. It's somebody who's I'm sort of like an add-on, if you like. But I'll keep something to one side for that. Car service, I'm quite lucky that it's already paid for. So if you have a look here, I pay £20 a month, and that basically just covers me for any car services I've got. So it's like a deal I signed up to at the time. So unless there's something significantly wrong, which there shouldn't be because it had it MOT'd June. So if there's anything wrong, I'll be really annoyed, and it's them who do it anyway. So hopefully nothing major there. Yeah, and it's just back to schooly stuff, which I've sort of already covered really previously. So yeah, it'll be quite a good month in terms of what I can save. I'm going to introduce 2 new envelopes over the next sort of couple of weeks, just not today, mostly because I haven't finished making them. And then I'm going to start putting things into my fluid savings, my sort of short-term savings as well. So as the month goes, I've got 587. It's usually my groceries. I've spent £250 last month. That's quite a lot for me. But so I'm going to go with 240 this time, just because kids, well, Holly's back to school, so it should be a little bit less money. And then we just put that on there. So we've got, start with 587 and take the 240 off. Time for me, I've just seen a couple of girlfriends, but nothing significant. Let's do 50 in there. I'm going to go with 45, and let's go for 50 for petrol, just because I've noticed it's been creeping up lately, just in case. So let's take another 100 off then, that's right. Beauty, I don't think I really need much going in there. I'm not long since I'm hair done. Eating out, Holly and Alex. Right, let's get 50 into each of these. Let's put 100 into eating out. And then 40 into beauty. And then we'll just leave the 7 rolling over into there. So there we go. So that should become up to 580. That's 7 left over. Right, cool. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to stuff my monthly binder. And then I'll set out for my weekly binder as well. So £580 it is, which hopefully I've got here. I'm just going to pop this to one side. And we'll count this through, just check it's all here. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60, 83. 20, 40, 60, 84. 20, 40, 60, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's 500. Oops, and 80 we've got. And we're going to sort it into our fluid envelopes, ready for the month. So time for me is getting £50. My groceries is getting 240 for the month. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. Petrol's getting 50, 20, 40, 50. Beauty is getting 40, 20, 40. Eating out's getting 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Alex is getting 50, 20, 40, 50. And Holly is also getting 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's us sorted for September, and now I just need to look over the week ahead. So we're going to have a quick look at the week. The things I've got coming up for the first week of September. I've got an evening out with a girlfriend at restaurants closing down, so hopefully we're going to get in there for one last visit. Got family over for tea on Sunday, and then I've got a visit with a girlfriend on the 5th. As I'm looking over this, I've just realised I filled these in as no spend days, and I'm like a week behind on these. I'm going to have to move everything over. So let's do that. So that's good. It's all sorted. Confuse myself sometimes. So yeah, so I've got family day and just some regular things. So most of this is probably going to go into my groceries this week. A little bit into time for me and petrol as well, because I definitely need to fill up on that. So we're going to go with 50 for time for me. And let's do 50 for petrol. Don't need anything muted just yet. Or eating out, might need that. That was for a family one rather than individual. Let's do 10 each of these. Eating out, I'll just put 20 in. And groceries can get 50 as well. So quite a big spend for the first week, but hopefully it'll pull itself back. Let's stuff those envelopes. So we've got time for me, I'm taking 50 out of, because that's how much I am going to be taking out. And then groceries, I'm going to grab 50 out of here. I haven't quite got any 10s, so I'm going to grab 60. Pop 10 back in. Petrol, oops, we're going to do 54. Eating out, I'm going to grab 20. And then Holly and Alexander are both, I'm going to take 10 out of both of theirs. And that is sorted for this week. I'm just going to pop it into my mini binder. This is the one that I can take with me here and everywhere. And when I'm ahead of the game, having to worry, well, not having to worry about taking it with me. So 50 into petrol. It's 90/20. Groceries is going to be 50 this week. Beauty, don't need anything. Alex's spends and Holly spends are both going to be 10. I think I must have missed something out here. Let's have a look. Petrol at 50. Time for me. I missed time for me out somehow. I don't even know how I did that. Let's see where I've gone here. Time for me should be 50. So time for me can be 50. I don't know how I managed to do that at all. Eating out got 20. Groceries got 50. Beauty, nothing. Alex and Holly both get 10. So that is me all done for this first week of September.
So there, I think I made the right decision putting that back into the savings, because actually, you look at how much you can spend over 2 weeks. It's, when you're on an all-inclusive, you don't realise how much you can potentially save. So yeah, I'm glad I put it back into the savings, and we'll take it from there. Right, let's get back to normal. The kids are back in school, everything's back to routine and order. Have yourself an amazing day. And I will see you really, really soon. Bye.